The movie theater. One of the best experiences that anyone can have. Just imagine watching a movie that you've been anticipating for months or even years, and you now get to watch it with a bunch of people in front of the big screen. Not only do you get to watch it with a bunch of fans, you also get to see all your favorite characters and you get to relate with them and you get to experience a bunch of different emotions, which is why the movie theater experience is so popular. Plus, not only do you get to watch your favorite characters in movies, you also get to eat popcorn, have drinks, eat some candy, and you just get to have a bunch of knickknacks and doodles. Wait, do people even use those phrases anymore? Now, let's be honest. You like movies, I like movies, we all like movies. But how does the current movie experience in 2026 compare to what it was back in the 1980s? Let's find out. Alright, guys, I am currently at one of the movie theaters here in Cary, North Carolina, and I am going to compare the movie experience to the movie experience in the 1980s, and I will tally up how much the prices and just pretty much the whole experience has changed over these years, and I will get back with you guys in a second. Alright, guys, so when you first enter into the movie theater in 2026, this is what you will probably see, at least if you're in Cary. As you can see, there are like these like Golden Globe, like I guess pyramid guys, I don't know, and they're kind of gazing at this star night, I guess. And if you go down the hallway, as you can see, yeah, there's not much color anywhere. It's just mainly boring carpet with white walls with like blue accents on them. Reminds me of a certain Chuck E. Cheese remodel. But let's forget about the present and let's go to the 1980s. First, let's start off with the prices of concessions back in the 80s compared to now. Alright guys, so I have it pulled up here on Google, and it says in the 1980s, movie theater concessions were significantly cheaper than today, with common prices for individual items often ranging from 50 cents to $1. A full package of snacks, which includes popcorn, drink, and candy, frequently costed roughly $1 to $2. Hey, that's not too bad. Alright, let's see what the prices are like to... Oh my goodness. Alright guys, here's a picture that I took today at the movies. I know that the text is small and you can't really see it, but if you look closely at the popcorn section, the large popcorn box costs $11.99. That is extremely expensive. And guess how much a fountain drink will cost you? Not one, not two, but $8.99. That is absolutely outrageous. I get that the economy is kind of bad now, but still, that's insane. Anyways, let's move on to the lobby area. Alright, so I found some pictures online of what movie theaters in the 1980s and early 90s look like. Here's one where, as you can see, there are very vibrant colors, and you have like these neon lights everywhere. You have these Hollywood kind of like light skies. I don't know how to describe them, but you know, you have stars, and you have this giant star on the left side that represents the arcade area of the movie theater. And overall, like, you can just tell that it's very vibrant and it's very retro looking, which in my opinion, I think adds to the experience of the classic movie theater. And here's another one, which unfortunately this one closed down not too long ago, I believe. And you can see it has like this purple, white, blue, kind of like, you know, like these neon colors, right? Which were famous back in the 80s and the early 90s. And as you can see, there's like purple walls, and it's a lot more bright and colorful than it is, you know, 40, 50 years later now in 2026. Which, as you know, this is an archival channel that preserves more retro items and exhibits that no longer exist anymore. And this is a really great example of how something so colorful and so expressionate can, just go out of business like that. Anyways, let's go back to the present and let's see what the actual theater room looks like. So, as you can see in this footage that I recorded, it's definitely a lot more minimalistic, I guess, if that's the term that's correct. As you can see, it's very gray with lots of like black and like navy blue kind of colors to it. Not that much personality. As you can see to the right, they do have recliner chairs now, which a lot of movie theaters, as of recently in the past decade or so, have been adding, I guess, to make the experience seem more like home. Alright guys, I know it's pretty dark in here, but I am currently in the theater. And the thing is that they have like this whole like open area of like there's like no chairs or anything. It's just like open to the public, I guess. I don't know what you put up here, but yeah. Now, once again, I did search up some photos of what movie theaters looked like back in the 70s, 80s, and 90s. Here's an older theater right here. And as you can see, there's a lot more color than the ones that we have nowadays. You have like these red curtains and valances. And you have, I don't know what to exactly call them, but they're more like stadium chairs where you sit in them and they kind of like just like, sit right there and then, I guess. And in this picture, you have like a portrait on the wall displaying like some certain characters. And maybe like this theater could have been like a older one where they had like physical plays. Like as you look closely towards the actual screen, they actually have a stage on there, which they maybe use for like presentations. And then here's another one that I found, which as you can tell, it's a lot more vibrant than the 2026 one. You have like these like, kind of like lights on the sides. And you can actually see like these kind of lights at some retro Chuck E. Cheese's nowadays. They're very few, but you can still find them. And overall, it's just a lot more vibrant than the newer movie theaters that we do have nowadays. Mind you, this is what movie theaters looked like in the past. Once again, very vibrant and colorful. We have like these like blue like colors on the walls and the ceiling. And then this is what movie theaters look like now. Yeah, very boring looking. Not as vibrant. It still serves its purpose, but a lot less character. And overall, just like not as cool. But anyways, back to the video. It's time for the movie to start, and I will talk to you guys once the movie is over. Alright guys, the movie is over. If you're wondering what movie I went to go see Steph Curry's new film GOAT with my family. It was actually a pretty solid film. I was expecting for it to be hot garbage, but I was actually surprised on how good it was. So Steph Curry, if you're watching this, it was fire. Alright guys, so now it is time for my overall conclusion on which movie experience is better. And the winner is the 1980s. Like, I'm sorry, like, did you really expect for me to say 2026? And my reasoning behind my answer is that, in my opinion, the 1980s and the early 90s it was just like a lot more vibrant than what we currently have nowadays with movie theaters. Now, overall, I do not hate the modern day movie experience. I still think it's a great experience, and just because, the whole retro aspects of them are now taken away, doesn't mean that they're less important to me or that I don't like them anymore. I still love going to the movies, despite how expensive it is. But despite all the changes and differences, The movie theater is still the classic movie theater to me. And I think that's all that matters. Hey everyone, this is the Radical Zone here. I want to thank you guys for watching my video. This is a new formatted video that I think I might plan on doing. So if you like this new video type where I explore like the different histories and compare it to now, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe. And even if you don't, I'm just glad you even came on this video. For people who have been on my channel before, make sure to stay in tune with my videos and get ready for RadicalCon 2026 in this July. Once again, that's July 23rd to the 25th for 2026. To make sure to get ready for RadicalCon 2026. I know I just said a bunch of jumbled up, mouth words with the word 26, but oh well. But make sure to get ready for that because I have a lot of stuff planned and I hope you guys will enjoy it for this year. Anyways, have a good day, be blessed, and I will see you guys later. See ya.